How did she survive the ending of Penny's era? Why was it hard for her to shoot an intimate scene in The Flight Attendant? And what did she get plastic surgery for? Hi, I'm Joy. Let's meet Kaley outside of The Big Bang Theory. Little Big Achiever. It's hard to believe, but Kaley Cuoco's first passion was not acting. It was tennis. She started playing at 3 and quit the game at 16, when she decided to give all of herself to the filming and entertainment business. At the same age, Kaley also got her high school degree, earlier than her peers. Very impressive, given that she was homeschooled. And Kaley's even more of an achiever on screen. If you look at the list of her appearances, you'll see how long it is, and how early it starts. That's not even mentioning the TV commercials for Barbie, Oscar Mayer, and other brands. First TV movie credit at 7. Feature film debut at 10. Finally, Cuoco started her dive into TV shows at 9. After playing childhood versions of Claire Danes and Ellen DeGeneres' characters and more, Kaley was cast as a leading actress at 17. She starred as Bridget Hennessy in 8 Simple Rules for 3 years, who really resembles Penny, who Kaley would later play. Yes, the stereotype of the blonde popular bombshell who's interested in her looks, boys, and all that stuff. That experience cemented a love for sitcoms and hard work within Cuoco. It taught the rising star not to let rejections and scrutiny get you down. And of course, she was lucky to learn comedy from John Ritter, who played her on-screen dad for a year till his death in 2003. Kaley's still deeply grateful for everything she picked up from the comedian. Like feeling comfortable with making a joke of yourself in front of a crowd. Kaley nailed it. Later, the actress joined the cast of Charmed for the final season as a beginner witch called Billy Jenkins. And after a brief appearance in Prison Break, 21-year-old Kaley Cuoco finally got into the role we all love her for. The Huge Bang. The actress says that the role of the bombshell neighbor to awkward nerds in one of the most iconic sitcoms of the generation was a dream role for her. Later, the Big Bang Theory fans were shocked to find out that initially, Penny wasn't even in the first pilot they filmed. Fortunately, that pilot failed to even get on air, and a year later the creators invited Kaley to play a new-turned-favorite character. Since then, we've been enjoying the hit CBS show for 12 years. What a marathon it was for Cuoco. Despite the rumors of replacing her with Christina Applegate at some point, of being too spoiled on set and causing dramas, Kaley rocked it till the very end, proving the gossip meant nothing. Even when, in 2013, she broke her leg so badly in an accident that she almost lost it, the strong woman got straight back to work, only missing 2 episodes. Starring in The Big Bang Theory gained Cuoco universal fame and the unconditional love of millions of people around the world. And in 2018, it also brought her the status of the second highest paid actress on TV, earning $1 million per episode. With such a busy filming schedule, it's hard to imagine the actress had any personal life outside of work. Nevertheless, during that time, she managed to secretly date her co-star Johnny Galecki for about 2 years. Then get married to a tennis player Ryan Sweeting, divorce him, and get married again? But we'll talk about her new hubby a bit later. After all those years spent on set together, the Big Bang Theory cast became a real Big Bang family. No wonder it was hard for them to say goodbye to the show. Cuoco commented,
"It's terrible. It's so sad. I'm devastated. I'm barely keeping it together."
Yet, Penny's ending was a new beginning for Kaley. "Anyone in this business, we cannot let things just happen to us," she said. "No matter if you're coming out of the best show in the world, it's not going to be handed to you." So, she prepared. While the show was still on, Kaley Cuoco played supporting roles in several feature films, from the slasher Killer Movie and the independent Burning Body to the kinda romantic The Wedding Ringer and Authors Anonymous. She also got herself into the unrated version of Seth MacFarlane's western comedy A Million Ways to Die, and appeared as herself in the Netflix comedy mystery movie Handsome. Kaley Cuoco declared, "I don't plan to stop anytime soon. You gotta keep going." She became the ambassador of the online travel agency Priceline, joining the star of its commercials since the 90s, William Shatner. From Maxim to Esquire, from Cosmopolitan to Women's Health, Kaley has graced many magazine covers. She also hosted a web series of 5 episodes for Shell on YouTube, The Great Travel Hack. Yet, the boldest career move was made 2 years prior to the Big Bang Theory finale. Cuoco founded her own film and television production company, Yes Norman Productions. Full-on girl boss. First of all, the title of Kaley's solo endeavor is so cute. It's after her adopted dog Norman. Secondly, it's her statement as a full-on girl boss, as she put it for Cosmopolitan. The newly minted producer stressed that she's been in the business for a while and worked with the best, so now she doesn't let people mess with her. I want to show girls out there that you can be cool, wear yoga clothes, and run your own fucking company. I want to be sitting down a few years from now and have so many projects going. That's what I'm excited about. Right off the bat, Yes Norman Productions entered an exclusive multi-year deal with Warner Bros. Television. Soon after, Cuoco Executive produced the DC Universe series Harley Quinn and voiced the title character. Then the company's best decision was to obtain the rights to a book, The Flight Attendant by Chris Bajalian, cause it was just meant to be developed into a limited series with Cuoco as its executive producer and central star. The darkly comedic thriller of 8 episodes premiered on HBO Max and attracted a lot of attention. Everybody was dying to see what post-Big Bang Kaley Cuoco is like, and man, is she drastically different. Her character, flight attendant Cassie Bowden, loves to party like Penny did, but she takes it to a whole other level, like a serious alcohol problem mixed with disturbing childhood memories. And oh yeah, in addition to a hangover, she gets a bloody corpse in her bed. Without spoilers, let's just say that the story grows pretty dark and emotional. And the actress was really excited to try the new character on, saying, "I got to play so many different emotions that I've never been able to do before. I've never had the opportunity, so this was my time." Kaley Cuoco is convinced that this is her coming out party in the sense of showing everyone she can do something other than comedy. She said to USA Today, "This is my way of pushing the door down and going, I can do more, and I love doing more." Even when Kaley had her moments of doubt on set, the director, Susanna Fogel, said that she shouldn't change one thing that had gotten her to that point. Cuoco remembers the statement was so freeing, it almost made her cry. The star definitely conquered new heights while shooting The Flight Attendant. Some of them opposite Michael Hausman, who plays a passenger-turned-lover in the series. You all know him as a lover of another well-known female character, the Mother of Dragons in Game of Thrones. Can you imagine a better partner to debut with in your first ever intimate scene? Yes, Kaley shared this experience with him. She remembered, "When they called action, I still wasn't really giving it my all." Michael finally goes, "It looks like you're hovering over a public toilet. What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing." So he had to awkwardly teach me how to have fake sex. The executive producer of The Big Bang Theory and its spin-off Young Sheldon was blown away by Cuoco's transition. Among other positive reviews of the show from critics, Rolling Stone pointed out that Cuoco is sharp and likable throughout, 2 necessary ingredients for playing a character who makes a scene wherever she goes. The Flight Attendant is doing great so far, and it might get a second season. Meanwhile, Kaley Cuoco's filming an upcoming action comedy, The Man from Toronto, opposite a really cool cast of Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson. She will produce and star in America's Sweetheart, a half-hour comedy being developed for Apple TV+. And besides acting and producing, this lady boss has got plenty of other stuff to do behind the screen. Long ago, Cuoco's mum made a rule. If you want to do acting, you have to pick up something else too. By now, Kaley's not only been playing tennis, but also pursuing her equestrian passion. Though the actress's stardom has caused a bit of trouble here, bringing paparazzi to horse shows is not a great idea. It spooks the horses, so I've actually started showing under a secret name. Being almost obsessed with her appearance, the producer commits to working out 5 days a week. So gym may also count as a hobby, and she hikes too. Speaking of looks, Cuoco revealed to Women's Health magazine that she underwent plastic surgery on her nose and breasts, and had a filler in a line in her neck. In her words, it's the best thing she ever did. "As much as you want to love your inner self, I'm sorry, you also want to look good," she said. "I don't think you should do it for a man or anything else, but if it makes you feel confident, that's amazing." Kaley's other obsession is animals. Remember the name of her company? Besides Norman, recently she's become a caring owner to multiple dogs and horses. That's because Cuoco has finally moved in with her husband, who shares the same passion for animals and for horse riding. When in 2016 she started dating professional equestrian Carl Cook, son of billionaire Scott Cook, Kaley said, "We met at a horse show. I finally found my horse guy." 2 years later, they tied the knot, had their honeymoon in the Alps, and were happily married, but lived separately. Cuoco admitted that their marriage was unconventional but couldn't understand what all the fuss around it was about. It turns out that besides breaking social stereotypes, the spouses were also waiting for their huge new villa to be finished. And when it finally was, they moved into their joint home, bringing all of their pets together. As a couple, they've adopted a mini horse, Shmushy, who has her own personal Instagram account. Now, Carl and Kaley, the perfect match, are talking about having kids. With an entire animal kingdom around, they'll be the happiest little ones on the continent. Looks like Kaley Cuoco is having the best time of her life on all fronts and continues to shine since leaving the Big Bang Theory behind. Still, we'll always love Penny, won't we? What do you think of the post-Big Bang Kaley? And wouldn't you just love to pet bunnies at her villa? Tell us in the comments. And remember, you're awesome!